A federal appeals court just handed down a landmark decision that could end gun waiting periods nationwide, and this changes everything. Yesterday's ruling from a major circuit court represents the first time an appellate panel has struck down these so-called cooling-off laws under modern constitutional standards. Right now, approximately a dozen states enforce some version of mandatory delay laws for firearm purchases, ranging from 3 days all the way up to 10. The rationale? Officials claim every buyer needs time to reconsider their decision, essentially treating law-abiding citizens like suspects before they've done anything wrong. These delays are nothing more than barriers that strip people of their constitutional protections, sometimes for over a week. Today, we're breaking down this groundbreaking win and explaining why it matters for every American. Because what just happened sets a powerful precedent, and we're only getting started. Before we dive in, here's how you can help amplify Second Amendment content like this. Tap that subscribe button. It costs nothing, takes 1 second, but makes a real difference for creators like us. Subscribing helps our message reach more people and signals to the algorithm that viewers actually want this information, which keeps us visible on the platform. You can also scan the QR code to subscribe directly from your mobile device. Likes are always appreciated, and hitting the notification bell ensures you won't miss future uploads. Drop a comment below, too. Any engagement helps advance constitutional advocacy. All right, let's unpack what actually happened here. There's an old principle in constitutional law. When you postpone a right, you effectively deny it. Even brief delays constitute periods during which your freedoms are suspended. State-imposed waiting periods ignore this reality by mandating extended holds, ostensibly to let you calm down. For anyone who actually reads the Second Amendment, the violation is obvious. Yet circuit courts have historically dismissed these delays as trivial inconveniences rather than infringements. That narrative shattered yesterday when news broke of a monumental victory at the 10th Circuit concerning New Mexico's 7-day hold requirement. The 10th Circuit essentially ruled that New Mexico's cooling-off scheme probably violates constitutional protections and declined to reconsider a 3-judge panel win from this past August. The case was denied rehearing en banc. This is seismic for other gun rights litigation, including a closely watched California case called Richards v. Bonta, which challenges that state's even longer 10-day mandatory delay. Here's the timeline and why this impacts waiting periods everywhere. Back in August, a 3-judge panel from the historically hostile 10th Circuit actually sided with the Constitution. They concluded that cooling-off periods violate the right to acquire arms lawfully. The judges determined these laws don't align with any historical exceptions. In other words, there's no relevant tradition supporting them. They also found that these policies impose universal burdens without individualized assessment, meaning everyone gets penalized regardless of circumstance. Following the panel's decision, most observers expected the case to be accepted for en banc review. The 10th Circuit has typically mirrored the 9th Circuit's skepticism toward gun rights. Until yesterday, the odds of overturning a law for constitutional violations in this jurisdiction seemed virtually non-existent. Turns out, I was mistaken. Yesterday, the 10th Circuit denied the rehearing en banc, with only 2 judges dissenting, Federico and Moritz. So, what's next? The 10th Circuit reversed the district court's refusal to block enforcement and sent the case back down, instructing the lower court to issue an injunction for the plaintiff. In simpler terms, the 10th Circuit ordered the trial court to halt the law's enforcement. Once that injunction is entered, New Mexico's waiting period becomes unenforceable. The statute stays on the books technically, but authorities can't apply it. The 7-day delay disappears entirely. That's it. Finished. Obviously, This is phenomenal news. This now stands as binding precedent within the 10th Circuit. Every other court under the 10th Circuit's authority must follow this guidance. This matters enormously because it will likely impact all states in the 10th Circuit's territory. The 10th Circuit oversees 6 states: Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Utah, and Wyoming. Colorado also has a waiting period currently being challenged in court, so this ruling should bolster that litigation significantly. Another critical aspect of this decision: if the 9th Circuit ends up affirming California's 10-day waiting period in Richards v. Bonta, we'll have a circuit split that forces the Supreme Court's hand. The justices will have no choice but to grant review. We already know where the majority of the Supreme Court stands on this issue, so the 10th Circuit may have just paved the way to eliminate waiting periods across the entire country. That's genuinely remarkable. It's unfortunate the system required this level of litigation, but a victory is a victory. And this one's big. Anyway, I wanted to share this major development with you, what it means and what's coming down the pipeline. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the engagement, the comments you leave, and every thumbs up. You all make this possible. And since the holidays are right around the corner, Merry Christmas to everyone watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with anyone who cares about constitutional rights. Subscribe to Firearm Legal Briefing for more updates like this. Until next time, stay informed and stay vigilant.